that you know, and they must be thinking, oh, Sean, isn't it?
They're not thinking that.
They are. People think that. That's what people think.
Well, okay.
But do not pass judgment, because people
I'm not passing judgment. It's just sad.
Recording? Angie, Angus. Good boy.
I'm going to do that and give me a mojo hand. I'm gonna fix my.
From NPR News, this is All Things Considered. I'm Ausbhidio and I like Kurdish. What is Russia doing in Venezuela? Not much of U.S. President Trump, which is what reporters did after he finished a long call with Russian President Vladimir Putin.
He is getting all to get involved in Venezuela, and he'd like to see something positive happen for Venezuela.
That sounds different from what Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said Tuesday after the U.S. lobbied hard for regime change in Venezuela. Pompeo told CNN the Venezuelan president was this close to flying off to Havana.
They had an airplane on the tarmac. He was ready to leave this morning, as we understand it. The Russians indicated he should stay.
The Russian government says that's false. To understand what's really going on between Russia and Venezuela, it pulled up Matthew Rubchansky at the Wilson Center.
You know, Nicolas Maduro took over power. Chavez has been in kind of a slow-rolling train wreck of economic crisis, and so the single biggest step Russia has taken has been to basically.
Parece que eu fico o tempo todo culpado. Com culpa eu não sei do que. Quem vai me desculpar se eu não fiz nada de errado? Que mais que eu posso fazer? Será que as coisas que eu faço penso que não tem problema, na verdade são pecado? E é por isso que eu me sinto tão culpado. Ou será que a sociedade diz que é para eu ser contente? Quando eu fico meio triste ou até meio chateado, eu fico mais, pois acho que eu sou culpado. Culpa, 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 culpa.
And there's no one to say, oh, you're doing well.
Well, that's why you write a book about it.
But yeah, that's true. Everything is corrupted. But you know, when their ego has no one to perform for, it's crushed, and that's when you're capable of actually becoming a person rather than just a performance.
One of the things that I resonated to in this book is that I had a really, really hard couple of years back. And it had a lot of that experience of breaking open. A lot of the things that had worked for me until then began to become the things that were working against me. The things that had kind of built my career and built my social life became the things that were eating me apart. But something you were just saying I was thinking about was that during this period was I did rely on friends, and I was lucky to have really, really good friends. But there was one I relied on in particular very, very heavily. And I felt really bad about it. And the only way I could conceptualize that it was okay was that if it had been reversed, it would have been a joy for me to be there for him.
35 years.
And it seems to make a lot of sense to try to connect this issue that can feel kind of theoretical and abstract with more personal, urgent issues, right? When we think about the things that have been animating the political conversation generally lately, LGBT rights issues, Black Lives Matter, gun safety, these are all issues that are very personal. So to try to make climate change more that way seems very strategic and sensible.
That's precisely it. You know, I talk to a lot of people who love Al Gore, but criticize the way he approached it. So he had the slideshow, and he was kind of flattening or about, industrial factories in poor communities and things that kind of have a bearing, like a real-time bearing in people's day-to-day lives. And I mean, my observation in Atlanta is that is exactly what he is doing now.
Yeah. I have 3 words for you both. They are who to blame. And I'm talking about the ongoing fallout of the opioid crisis and the vast number of lawsuits across the country against big pharmaceutical companies that produce the opioids that led to hundreds of thousands of deaths. But what I'm really interested in this one is how some of those lawsuits have shifted from just suing companies like Purdue to suing the Sackler family. They own Purdue Pharma, they made it a big company, and now they're facing personal lawsuits against themselves from people whose lives have been touched by addiction and like drugs made at the company. So we know that Purdue made a lot of money from making OxyContin. But this Monday, lawyers for the Sackler family asked a judge in Massachusetts to toss a suit that was asking the Sackler family for millions in damages. This comes after Purdue and the Sacklers reached a big settlement with the state of Oklahoma for $270 million. And then there are even more suits out there. There are something like 1,600 suits brought by cities and counties that have all been bundled together. It's kind of staggering.
Yeah, $270 million is a whole lot of dollars.
Oh yeah, and so Oklahoma's saying we're going to use this money for treatment here in our state, but there'll be more of this to come, Sarah.
Yeah, and to me it's kind of a reminder that I think in the latest phase of the opioid crisis, so much of the focus has been on fentanyl, right? And then that brings the focus to law enforcement and what they can be doing to keep it out of our borders and to vendors have the equipment and resources that they need. But this wave of suits is such a reminder that this is so much deeper than that there are so many more layers to this problem and to solving it.
honey mustard on mine.
Culture and a history that
But you always did. All the really bad years when I didn't see the point, all the times I've gotten hurt so bad I didn't know if I could go on. You put yourself in my shoes and lived it with me, never wavering and never detaching. You have given me an example of how to love, how to live life passionately even in the darkest of times, and how to be strong. My life has changed since we've become friends, and I may not show it, but when we don't talk for a while, I do miss you. And regardless of what has happened with Dad, or how many times I've had my heart broken, I wouldn't trade in the life I have, because I have you as my mom.
That I hated so much. God. I hated it. You know what I hated it, right? Because I didn't have a family. I grew up on my own, so I always hated anything to do with God, anything to do with any sort of spiritual thing. Like, please, like, don't talk to me about it. Like, bye. I was always polite, but you will start talking about it, I will be like, oh man, I got a day, I got something to do, so I'll see you later. Like, oh, idiot, and I move around. But and then when I find myself attacked by human beings and spirits at the same time because they were doing voodoo curses on me, and this spirit, and I'm talking about literally appearing. I'm not talking about just like you head or you on drugs and like you just paranoid. No, like I'm talking about being sober, sound minded, everything fine. And can you imagine something appearing out of the blue like, and then you're like, I thought that was so real. You know Hollywood movies. That's how it felt. I felt it was in a Hollywood movie. Like everything I see on TV, like so real. Like this is not happening. I even touched myself. I thought that was a dream. I'm like, no, this is not happening. This is so real. Like no way. Like no. That can be. There are many kinds. There are exactly many kinds. Some of them look like wolves, some of them look like owls, some of them are just black shadows with yellow eyes, some got black shadows with red eye. Some of them look like people, like army people, like wearing the army costume. But those were because the sun, I was staying at 183 and used to be a army base, and some of those spirits were soldiers that died in there. But I'm not talking they were humans. It's just the demon that ate those humans. I don't know if you know, but those things. The reptile ones, the snake demons, serpent demons, that's how I call them. They have the ability to change shape. For example, if you die and they swallow your soul, they can appear like you. And somebody, even your mom, will say like, oh, my son. It's so funny, but then you mentioned something I know for sure. We control those spirits. They act upon our behaviors. They're evil when you're evil, but when you're good, they're good. It's like for some reason, whatever we do in the physical world manifests on, well, whatever happens in the spirit, we see through our actions. What I'm saying is, everything you think, everything you do, and everything you say has a consequence. Have you heard the saying, the war was God, and God was the war, so it's very important what you say because it manifests? Like when you say something like I'm an idiot, or you're an idiot, that person, for example, let's say you have a daughter, right? And she has a beautiful voice. She is gifted. For some reason, the Creator gave her this amazing voice, and every time she sings, you're like, oh my God, she's just gifted. Some people are that, gifted, right? Like, I have certain gifts, right? And out of the blue, you got out of work, the traffic sucks. You're just like, oh, you can wait to get home, and then this got hit you on the side, and then you were waiting for that paycheck because the rent is due, and then guess what? She said, we can pay you right now, whatever. I mean, everything happened, and then when you go home, you're so angry and so overwhelmed about life that she comes, your little daughter comes so happy to see you that you're back home, and starts singing and like that for you, and you say like, oh, shut up, you sound ugly. And then what happens is that little girl had a gift, but then she grew up thinking she sounds ugly. And then that girl never sing again.
A lot of animosity, but they ain't say my name. Them killers walk with me
And I hope that you filled out your survey in your program. That really helps the City of Austin decide to fund events like this here in the park. Also, please visit our lovely refreshment stand. There's such friendly people over there.
Why, then you are in love. Fine. Fine. Not in love either. Let us say you are sad. It's, of course, easy for you to laugh, but...
Tis not unknown to you, Antonio, how much I have disabled my mistake. My chief care is to cover the great debts where in my time something too prodigal hath left me gauge. Graziano never let free speak. Graziano speaks an infinite deal of nothing, more than any man in all business.
Well,